Hey guys, this is my very first ceiling fan video of 2022, so I just wanted to make note of that. So what you see here is a 36-inch Union spinner ceiling fan that I picked up actually this weekend. I picked it up for $10 off of Facebook Marketplace, and it came complete with everything. It's in really good condition. Apparently, the house I got it from, I think, was being flipped. So I think that the person that sold it to me had bought the house and they were in the process of like renovating it and everything. So she said she found it in the basement. So she didn't know if it worked or anything. It must have been installed at some point, probably like a lot like that Moss Tropical Breeze Deluxe that I found in the basement of that house last year at the estate sale that I went to, so probably something along the lines of that. So yeah, this one is, from what I gather, not very common. It's not a very common model. I think, I'm not sure how many of these there are. I know that Andrew has one. His was new in the box, and he said that his was labeled Super, I think, like Super-36 or something like that. I didn't get a box with this one, so I don't know what this one would have been labeled under, but it has a moss canopy, so I'm not exactly sure if it would have been labeled moss. I don't think it would have been, because I've never seen one of these types of spinners labeled moss. As for why it has a moss canopy, I really don't know. Could be just, like I said, well, I've definitely mentioned it before, but other companies like CEC sometimes use this canopy. Yeah, there were a few different companies that used that canopy. View Fan, I think. I don't know. A few others. But yeah, it could have been one of those. I'm not sure. So the blades are plain on both sides. The blade arms, they're supposed to be facing that way. There's no blade badges or anything, so, and that's how I got it. The blades were on it like that when I got it. It's got a turtle fitter, definitely not original. The nose has those kind of ridges in it, kind of like some of the Evergo models that I've seen. So they definitely, these are obviously the same kind that they sourced to Evergo to rebrand, obviously. And another factor of that is that this one has the same motor that 48-inch Evergo spinner that I got last year, like in December, has. That's just a little bit smaller. So yeah. Alright, so I guess I'm gonna go ahead and show you the light kit now. So that's what it looks like with the light kit. I've got 3 incandescent, actually they're halogen bulbs in there. Looks pretty nice. And I will start the fan up on high. Now, I didn't have any pull chain extensions when I got it. Well, actually, that small thing on the light pull chain is an extension, but it doesn't have like a pendant on it. The clicking is not something that it's done before. That's the light kit making that noise. It's better. I think it just needs to be tightened up there or something like that. But the fan itself is in perfect balance almost. The blades were all bent up when I got it. I spent a lot of time balancing it. And as I was going to say, I added the fan pull chain extension. So yeah, it's a very nice runner. A little bit of motor noise. Moves a lot of air. So there's medium. There's not much of a difference between high and medium, honestly. Medium is still really fast. And there is a bit of a difference between medium and low, but low is very fast, as you'll see. Definitely not a very slow low. Not a good restaurant low at all. I'm not sure why it's making all those noises. Might be the light kit again. That's better. Yeah, it's not a terrible slow low, like a terrible low speed. But it's way too fast. I would put this on speed control if I put this somewhere. It's making funny noises again. I don't know. It's never made those noises before. I've had this thing up here for days now. Alright. I'm going to reverse it. Now another thing is, it has an upside down reverse switch. I'm not sure if that was something that somebody did when they were in it, or if that's just like from the factory, but I'm not sure how significant that is. I just thought that was interesting. So, start it up on low and reverse. I'm not sure where I would put this, but I definitely want to put it somewhere. It's just such a cool looking fan. I think the proportions are perfect for this style motor, at least. The 48-inch version looks good. I think I like the way it looks with a nose better, because the 48-inch one I have has the nut on it. Doesn't have a nose like this one, but I like the way they look with a nose. A lot easier to put a light kit on as well, and you don't have to put a speed control on it. Of course, like I said, I would put this one on the speed control if I put it somewhere. It's just got too fast of a low for me to like it without it being on a speed control, I think. Medium's a fair bit faster in reverse, it looks like. And it's a little bit more wobbly. See what high does. I've definitely tested it in reverse before I made the video. Well, the light kit's wobbling a little more, but I think the fan is still in balance. Alright. So, give you a nice view of the fan. You got a nice little pinstripe around the motor, which these motors often had. Blade arms. And like I said, no badges or anything up there. Just screws. I'm not sure if they're supposed to be flipped over or if this is the way they're supposed to go. But that's how I got them, like I said. And there's your nose with the little ridges on it that run horizontally. So we're upside down reverse switch. Pull chain. Turtle light kit. And there's your moss canopy. Be the second fan I have in brown that has a moss canopy, because I have that Tat spinner that has a moss canopy out in the garage. So I do, like I said, I love the proportions of these with this motor in this size. I also like the shape of the motor. I like how the bottom's kind of pointed, top is rounded. And as you can see, the bigger one that I have over here, 48-inch one, this is the motor from that one. Very similar, but it's a lot bigger, a lot bulkier. And it also has a lower canopy. This one does not have a lower canopy. So here is the label with the model number information and everything. It's model, I could focus. That's probably as focused as it's gonna get. And I apologize for the sounds of the heater turning on. It's model 36-inch 4CLW-3SPC. And it is Union, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, it's Ngok Kee Electric Manufacturing Limited, made in Hong Kong. So yeah, very glad to have this fan. It was a nice little find, very good for my first of the year, I think. So that is about it for this video. It's the Union spinner, 36-inch spinner. So thank you for watching, and more to come.